And speak really loud. Chrissy, go ahead.
Chrissy Fairburn.
Karina.
Karina Van Camp here. Happy to tune in.
Trisha Rosa.
Timmy. James.
And Chloe, your turn. Real loud.
Okay, hi.
And Chloe's right here. All right. Here we go. Once known as the coyote, and later became known as the brush wolf, prairie wolf, and the song dog, but better known today as the coyote, was an animal that once roamed the western states. In 1970, the coyote began to urbanize, according to Dan Flores. They are now found from west coast to east coast, through Canada, up to Alaska, down through Mexico to Venezuela. The cause of this urbanization is the booming human population, in addition to us removing stray dogs in our cities. The effects of urbanization on coyotes is a loss of genetic diversity, a change in the original species, and an increase in human and coyote conflicts. A study founded by the National Science Foundation Research Experience at undergrads tested 4 coyote populations in California. So these would make them western coyotes. And then 3 populations, population 1, 2, and 4, were from highly urbanized areas. Population 3 came from a natural setting. The reason for the loss of the genetic diversity in coyotes is due to human interactions with their environment. We build roads, we build bridges, we make canals. So it makes it very hard for coyotes to leave their original birth territories to disperse into other territories regardless if it's urban or rural. What they found in this study was that the urban coyotes were distinctly different genetically, even though they're urban coyotes. Urbanization is also choosing the coyote as a species. The coyote was originally a western animal, and as we know today, the western coyote. But due to their eastward expansion, we have a new species called the eastern coyote. Now, what came to be with the eastern coyote was a crossbreeding between dogs and Algonquin wolves in Canada. Now, what is a positive with this hybridization is that they actually increase the genetic diversity of these animals. So we have a wide variety of coat patterns because of this crossbreeding, especially with dogs. We have the natural agouti color. Then we ended up getting black, red, and black and tan, much like someone's pet dog, due to this crossbreeding. The negative effect of this hybridization, though, is larger, potentially more aggressive animals. And urbanization doesn't affect size just on a genetic level, it also affects it on an environmental level. So these animals are able to grow bigger, not only due to genetics, but because of a steady supply of food, a constant source of water and shelter allow the animals to reach their full size potential. And we also are noticing a change in behavior. A research paper done by Stuart Breck noticed that 46% of coyotes in an urban setting showed a lower human flight response than rural coyotes, which means we are inadvertently creating bolder coyotes, which leads to increase in human-coyote conflicts. A study by Utah State University shows that in Denver, even though coyotes do their best to avoid human interaction, it is practically impossible due to the high urban density. Coyotes are going so far as to change their natural routine of being more active during the night in urban settings and going out in the day finding natural areas to hide from humans. But because of us being so urban now, it's impossible for them to avoid us, which leads to bolder coyotes getting into our yards, attacking our pets, and even attacking humans. Our first fatal human attack by a coyote was actually in 2009 at the Cape Breton Highlands National Park in Canada. And no one's actually sure why this young lady was attacked and killed by coyotes. All that was known was that she was found with a 42-pound male coyote over her body. But theories lead to believe that due to the hybridization with feral dogs, coyotes are losing their natural fear of humans and are becoming more aggressive. In conclusion, the urbanization of wildlife tends to be rather negative for the species in general, especially for coyotes. They have the loss of their genetic diversity in western coyotes. We're changing the behavior of coyotes, and there is an increase in the human-coyote conflict. The only positive aspect of urbanization for coyotes is at least in the eastern coyotes, is the increase in genetic diversity of 3 different species becoming one. Why that's great for the species, it does have some negative impacts for us because it does lead to a larger, bolder, potentially more aggressive animals because they lose their fear of humans.